She's the cute one. Doc, folks, Tress MacNeille! Last but not least, the little brother, the rock star of the group, Jess, Harnell! Living room chat, just
yeah, I could pass out here, man. I probably will.
Well, guys, this is a Q&A. There's microphones out there. We're gonna get you guys asking questions. All we ask.
First, I have a question. Does this couch make me look fat?
No, it makes you look like you're going to take over the world.
Yes.
All we ask is when you ask a question, please direct it at one person so we don't have one question that lasts the whole hour and they all try to answer it. Unless it's a one-word answer. And I'll call you out if it's not. Wow, it's really attentive. It's like quiet.
It's amazing.
I feel like I'm a teacher in a class.
By the way, I gotta tell you something. We've already had the chance to meet a lot of you guys. Why are people in Seattle so freaking cool, man?
Oh my God.
You guys are like awesome. It's so good to be here with you, for real.
All right. It's just so delightful.
You know what occurs to me? I'm sitting here, I'm reliving 5 years ago this month. We did the very first, in this room, packed as much as it is, the very first Twisted Tunes table.
Do you guys remember that?
It's 4 million views now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We read Star Wars on this stage.
And tomorrow at 2:45, we're gonna do Return of the Jedi, dude.
And if you remember when we were here, we had nobody said anything about it. In the program it said voice actors on stage.
Yeah.
And you all crazy you all showed up for that.
We didn't know what it was going to be.
We love Seattle.
Well, we did Star Wars, we did Empire Strikes Back, and now we brought back the originals to do Return of the Jedi and finish the saga just for you guys.
Thank you.
No other city got the 3 movies. Seattle's the only one.
And the cool thing is the rest of the world will probably watch it online, but you guys are gonna be there live, man. How cool is that?
All right, so who's up? Where are the
We want
microphones?
Q&A. We want to talk to you guys. We want to hear
We want
from
to
you
talk
guys.
to you guys. So raise your hands. You got 2 mics going.
Or go get in lines.
We're
or
gonna
whatever
start.
do.
We're gonna start right here on this side here with this young lady here.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're up.
Hello, nurse.
Hello, nurse. I'm not wearing any pants, at least in my head.
Hi, I'm May. I'm from Seattle.
Hi.
My question can go to all of you. It can be a one-word answer. What is a Spielberg show that you wish had lasted a little bit longer? Because I know there's like Freakazoid and Pinky and the Brain and Elmira, and these weren't as long-lived as Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain.
So, I'm sorry, your question was, do we wish that...
So which one do you wish was a little bit longer that you could have been a part of?
Of all of the ones that Steven Spielberg did? Well, I think Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain, for sure. We would love for those to still... You know, but the thing is, what's your name, sweetie?
May.
Nice to meet you, Meg. The thing that we find that is so fascinating about just those 2 shows, we've all had the good fortune of working on many, many shows, but we're here obviously today to celebrate Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain, and the fact is that both of those shows, utterly as a result of Tom Ruegger and Steven Spielberg's genius, have held up remarkably well. I mean, the truth is that there are many of you, like these sweet folks in the front, there are many of you here who are not born and when I invented fire. And by the way, you're welcome. But they hold up remarkably well. The music, the lampooning of cultural icons, all that stuff, and that was utterly by design. So just the fact that you're asking a question about which ones have lasted longer, when this thing popped up on Netflix last year, people went out of their minds. It's crazy. So in my case, I wish they both lasted longer. And Freakazoid too, because I really like Paul Rudd.
Yeah. So I think though your question is which of the character stories, the series that didn't last as long.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking? So Amazing Stories would be. No, I'm kidding. I actually loved Amazing Stories. Yeah, you were on Amazing Stories. That's right. You were live on Amazing Stories. As much as I love doing Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain, I always felt Freakazoid didn't get its due.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is a genius. He wrote the show, he played Freakazoid. I would love to have seen that go on a little longer. Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain was an extension of Pinky and the Brain. And I would want that to go on forever, even if it was, Pinky, Jabberjaws in the Brain. I just, anything to work with this man. But Freakazoid was a special show, and Paul Rudd's a genius.
Thank you for asking, Meg.
May.
I'm sorry.
I got it.
Watch character.
This has
Have you seen July?
This has nothing to do with Spielberg shows, but those of you who met me know that I have no filter. And I just wanted to tell you that when we met Steven Spielberg, because he threw a party to meet all of us, and he came to shake everybody's hand and say hi to everybody, and he said some nice things to me about being on the show, and I didn't hear him, and I actually said out loud, I go, hey man, I gotta tell you, I didn't catch any of what you just said to me, because the whole time you were talking, all I kept thinking about was how much money you have in your wallet right now. And he loved it, and we ended up going to have lunch with him. He invited us all to lunch because of that. So you see, when you see what's on your mind, you get to have lunch with Steven Spielberg.
Gave him a jacket.
Right,
We gave Steven that jacket right there.
This cool jacket, right?
Yeah. And his office looks like a really nice Del Taco.
Our friend, Jesse has a friend who airbrushed these jackets, and there were 6
Jesse has a friend.
I wish I had a friend like Jesse's friend. Yeah. So Jesse's buddy, this airbrushed these jackets for Yakko, Wakko, and Dot. One for Tom Ruegger, one for Steven Spielberg, and one for Andre Romano. So
Like a gang of cartoon characters.
yeah. So
And none for Maurice LaMarche.
we gotta get a Pinky and the Brain one done. But what was so great is that when the word got out to Mr. Spielberg that we had this jacket for him, he arranged for all of us to come to have lunch at Amblin. And the production office looks like a Mexican restaurant at the Universal Lot. It
But
was,
like one where they pay all the bills easily.
it was pretty cool. I loved it.
All right. Before we move on to question 2, we love you. You get the 1 pass. Next question. Pay attention. Direct it to somebody. Otherwise, everyone in line is going to get pissed off at the guy in the front that asks everyone a question and everyone
A specific person up here.
And you guys, when Steven Seagal tells you something like that, you listen.
And
Next up, right here.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Greco from Chile, South America. There you go, the legal side of the border. I grew up.
I don't want a tower in South America.
I grew up watching Animaniacs.
I'm sorry, did you say you threw up watching Animaniacs?
No. Grew up.
I'm sorry, thank you.
And Pinky and the Roots were the best. So my question for you guys is, which
guy? The question for which guy?
for everybody?
No.
Okay,
Pick one.
the question for the brain.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because Pinky sucks and the show is the brain. So the question for the brain is, which is your favorite international version of your voice?
Because I was going to ask you if is it really us that you were hearing, or was it the translated version? Because those actors were terrific. I loved, nothing personal, I loved the Icelandic. Not kidding, not a joke. I love the Icelandic guy who played the brain, because he didn't do the Orson Welles voice, but his natural speaking voice and the voice he used, or rather, his voice that he used for doing the brain sounded exactly like my regular voice, which I'm talking to you right now.
That's pretty crazy.
I've never heard anybody who sounds so much like me who's speaking not English. I mean, it's like, the words are coming and it's my voice, but it's not words that I know. It was so funny. So I love that. That's my favorite, bilingual story. And how I'm not bilingual.
I mentioned this very quick because the brain in Spanish sounds like Darth Vader without the microphone. That is so cool. Yeah. So
Thanks, buddy.
I love it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, on this side, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Anthony from Bremerton.
Hey, Anthony.
Rob, when you were here 5 years ago, I made you a little promise. So here we go. Inevitably, during any of these Animaniacs panels, the subject of Yakko's world comes up.
Yeah.
And you inevitably go ahead, sing the song, and you just blow right through it, easy as pie.
Right.
So I kind of wondered maybe something else that might be a little more challenging. And when thinking about which song I have to admit, since we have all three Warners, is there any possibility we could hear the song about the greatest body of water in South America?
Oh, that's the Lake Titicaca song. Okay, if you know the words, sing along. Okay, you know it, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. It's called Lake Titicaca, and it goes something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Lake Titicaca, oh Lake Titicaca, it's between Bolivia and Peru. Lake Titicaca, oh Lake Titicaca, with water so tranquil and blue. Lake Titicaca, oh Lake Titicaca, why do we sing of its fame? Lake Titicaca, oh Lake Titicaca, 'cause we really like saying its name. Titicaca! Thank you.
I wasn't allowed to sing that song. They washed my mouth out with soap.
Yeah. Tress always, I mean, Dot is the good one of the three of us, so she can't sing
It
songs
was
about.
apropos.
Yeah. She doesn't sing songs about Titicaca.
It's more of a little boy song.
All right, you're up, buddy.
Andrew, local, and I have a little bit of beef with Mr. Harnell over there. So yesterday,
Dude, I didn't know she was your girlfriend, man. She didn't. Listen, she told me seriously that she was single. Go ahead. That's called a preemptive strike. Listen, if when you get asked the same questions from people who have a beef with you 150 times, you come right to the answer, dude.
the question is going to be a beer, but let me get to that. Trivia Thursday at our usual pub last night. We had to recall a certain state capital, and guess how we were able to do that?
Come on, that's how I do it too, bro. That's how I got your girlfriend.
We'll give her back, trust me.
That's Raunchy's Tress MacNeille, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Go on, dude.
One of the state capitals we had to recall was Jefferson, Missouri. We're a bunch of nerds kicking butt in trivia. The city we had to recall was Jefferson City, Missouri. We lost the point for that and we came in second place. So that's why you.
Listen, you should have a beef with you because it just means you didn't listen to the frickin' record enough, dude, and you're a slacker. And you gotta put down the bomb and listen to that CD some more and learn all the capitals and then come back and see me next year and I'll quiz your ass. All right, next question.
Moving on, go ahead.
Hi, Joe Kaufman from Bothell, Washington. To Jess. Big fan of rock sugar.
Oh God, you guys know what rock sugar is? Any of you guys know what it is? Okay, listen, if you haven't checked it out, go on YouTube later. It's this band that came up with as a goof. It's really, really funny. Our second gig was opening up for Motley Crue. It started as a joke, it turned into this whole big thing. It's awesome. Go, dude.
Is there any possibility you're ever going to make a second album?
We're making a second album right now, and furthermore, listen to this. If you guys think I'm lying about it, go on Amazon, go on YouTube to look up rock sugar videos, and go on Amazon right now. Bro, they're selling the CD for $400 on Amazon because one of the guys, I imitate all these rock singers on this CD, and he heard it, and he thought it was his voice. I can't even say who he is, but it rhymes with Steve Perry. And he heard, I didn't say his name, dude, and he heard it and he thought it was his voice, so he sued us. But the cool thing is, I have some CDs, I'm not supposed to sell them, so don't put this part on YouTube, but I have at the table for $20. So if you come and you buy one, and you don't like it, you can sell it for $400, dude. Yeah, but in the meantime, we're gonna make a new CD, and there's gonna be no songs by any bands that rhyme with Journey.
Contribute to the Jess Harnell Defense Fund.
Glad you didn't say the name.
I'm glad I didn't say it either, bro.
It's too bad over here. Go ahead, man.
So you're not covering that famous song from Gurney?
No Gurney songs, man. No Gurney songs.
What about Schmurney?
Germany.
Gurney.
Hi, my name is David from Federal Way.
Hi, David.
My question is for Rob.
Yeah.
So the raunchy humor of Animaniacs is one of my favorite parts. I love the fingerprints line in particular.
You do.
My question is, what was so raunchy it couldn't even make it into the final cut?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, David, I'm not trying to be coy. There were so many, thing, as you can imagine, because Tress is such a potty mouth. So it really did. I mean, when you got a bunch of ostensible adults getting in a room, being, fictional characters that live in a water tower, it got pretty gnarly. But the fact was that I even recall when the fingerprints joke came up, we all kind of thought, there's no fucking way that thing's going to make it through, and it did. And to this day, of course, people, when they say, boy, that was some pretty subversive humor. Hey, remember? Yeah, fingerprints, I don't think so. And it's interesting how it depends upon how on which accent you put the syllable, or you know what I mean? It's fingerprints or fingerprints. It's just, not good. May he rest in peace. Yeah. But thank you for asking. I don't know.
My favorite line that ever got through on the show, and it's not one that people talk to as much, but do you guys remember that time we were romping in a forest, and at the end of it, you said, hey, Wakko, you want to keep romping? And I go, no, my bottom's all sore from romping. And I'm like, wow, dude, I couldn't believe, yeah, seriously. And you 5-year-olds, don't worry about what that means, but in 10 years, you'll know.
Thanks, Dave.
I'll tell you later, Tress.
All right, staying PG-13, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Dwayne from Federal Way, and Tress, I'm going to have you speak for the group on this one. Last year it was announced that there's going to be an Animaniacs musical tour, but I've not heard anything about it since then. I'm wondering if it's still in the works.
Oh, yeah.
Any updates on it, if any?
Well, if I may defer, Rob will give you the 411 on this. Seriously.
Rob spearheaded that whole thing.
There is. And for those of you, thank you, sweetie. And what's your first name again, sir?
Dwayne.
Thank you very much, sir. What this gentleman is referring to is the fact that Randy Rogel was responsible for writing most. Yes. He's the guy who wrote.
He's really short in real life.
He is the consummate overachiever. He wrote, United States, Canada, and all that stuff, and Wakko's America, and most of the songs that you guys love. And I were able to get a licensing deal with Warner Brothers Animation, in which we're able to legally get the rights to perform and use animation for Animaniacs music that we're taking to theaters around the country. We're starting in April of this year in Southern California, and there are a number of different iterations of the show, some of which have just Randy and me and a piano, and some of which have different special guests. It might be Maurice, it might be Jess, you never know. But the bottom line is at the risk of sounding terribly arrogant, it is so entertaining. And the fact that we have this many people on a Friday afternoon is kind of a testament to really how wonderful that music is. So all I can tell you is the best thing to do is to follow me on Twitter, which is @Yakko Pinky, YAKKOPINKY, and I will give you updates because we are officially on the road starting April, and we are going to be going so far. We know that we're going to be doing Southern California, the LaMarche Theater, Pittsburgh, St. Paul, Arlington, Texas, and I believe maybe San Francisco soon. But there are a number of other ones in the pipe. So if you want to come, and I'm telling you, it is so entertaining. Sometimes it's with a piano, sometimes it's with an orchestra. It really depends upon the venue. Ultimately, the goal is to get it with like a 60 or 70 piece orchestra, because we've done that in Denver. Have you seen that? And it is unbelievably entertaining for all of us. So if you guys want to see the music of Animaniacs live, keep an eye on @Yakko Pinky, and I'll give you guys all the
But I told Rob, dude, that if I do show up at a gig and there are any blue M&Ms in my dressing room, I'm trashing the whole place. Van Halen style.
Thank you for asking. Yeah. It's going to be a gas.
All right, thank you, man. All right over here, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Ella, and I'm from Des Moines, Washington. I'm just gonna say, Pinky. I had a albino rat named Pinky.
Oh, you did? Oh, you're an incredibly lovely lady. Is she still alive?
No,
Neither am I.
I mean, my career. Thank you, sweetie. Ella, that's so sweet of you.
And Brain, did you ever think that Brain would actually rule the world?
Brain actually did rule the world for about 3 seconds in the Christmas special.
That's right.
And what did he do? Because Pinky's letter was so touching.
Yes. But Brain, my letter to Santa Claus.
Quiet with that letter, Pinky. I've got to... Dear Santa, I ask nothing for myself, but I wonder if you could help my friend with the brain.
Yes.
All he wants is the world. And then I get screwed up. Everybody's listening, and everybody's listening. Everybody's under the power of the noodle dog and doll, and he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I command you to have a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone." And so he ruled the world in that moment and made everybody have a Merry Christmas and then destroyed the machine. So that episode won the Emmy.
Yeah.
That was the prime time Emmy.
Thank you very much. Right over here.
As many of us know, Animaniacs is absolutely full of songs.
Yes.
Do your scripts actually come with musical notation? And do you record it at the same time that you record regular speaking voices?
No and no. The music is a separate issue. Generally what happens is that we would get a guide vocal with Randy or Steve or Julie Bernstein or maybe Paul Rogg or John McCann or somebody who may have written the song with just a piano track, and then we would get the music at the recording session. But the music that you hear, the finished piece, with all of the orchestral arrangements and stuff done, that's done after we do our thing. And for those of you who don't know, you probably do, but as a reminder, it's not like Mrs. Doubtfire. When we do cartoons, all the acting is done first, and then they draw the cartoons to fit what we do, because that way we're not limited by what's on the screen. So we would get a little guide track and sing the song, and then 6 months or a year later, by magic, everything came together. But the recording of the songs was usually done at a separate time.
And our orchestra recorded on the very same soundstage that Carl Stalling recorded the original Warner Brothers cartoons in the 40s and 50s.
Pretty cool.
Looney Tunes and the Merry
And I gotta tell you, man, when we would go to those scoring sessions, that was Richard Stone. God bless you, my friend.
That's where the talent is.
Oh man, I mean, the level of commitment and talent in those musicians was mind-blowing. And again, all kudos to Mr. Spielberg, because none of that happens without Steven's name.
Yeah, he said he wanted it to sound like Warner Brothers cartoons.
Fantastic.
So, 35-piece orchestra, all members of the Los Angeles Philharmonic. And, you know, to hear it live in that room, you go, oh my God, I feel like I'm inside an actual Barry Melodies cartoon. It was amazing.
And here we are, 20 years later, and the proof is in the pudding. He was right. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Right over here. Great costume.
Hello, maybe you remember me. I see you several times. I'm the German fans. Always when I see you in the hall, we're talking. Now my English is better. It's still Helga, now in your name Cinderella. Especially you with your curly hair. We had a little fun there, while you spoke not perfect English 5 years ago.
You know, I don't even know what that meant, but it sounded sexy. Go on.
That's me. You say it's the same to me. So, and I'm happy you come back, and I give you thank you back for coming back to Seattle. And the other time is bringing you upgrading information when you question and make us happy. And you've been happy coming here. Welcome back nach Seattle, Washington State. And I hope I see you soon in the future again.
Thanks, so too. And you can talk to me anytime you want, man. I love that.
No, really talking you now. Say hello.
I have to tell you, you know, I'm Dr. Scratch and Sniff as well. And I have a hotel room here. Yeah, ich liebe dich. I mean, ooh, yeah, baby. I can't help it. I think you and I could really make a little bit of naughty. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Well, maybe later. After a couple of vodka and tonics. Oh yeah, baby. I'll show you the water tower. Oh yeah. Thank you, my darling.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.
That was the coolest English accent I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. For all you kids, they were just playing. All right, thanks.
My name is Stacy. I'm from Spokane, Washington, and my question is for Jess because you asked me to ask a unique question. So, what is one role that you either auditioned for and didn't get, or turned down, that you wish or do you regret doing that?
Well, that's a great question, and I'll tell you something. So you never know. We all have been like really, really blessed, you guys, seriously, because the only thing that's more amazing than having a career in show business for a year is having one for 20 or 25 or 30 years, okay? And we've all somehow, through the grace of God, managed to do that. But you never know when you're doing a project, Stacy, what's going to happen to it. You don't know, you might think it's the best thing in the world and it'll come out and do 2 episodes and be gone. Like they don't even show the other 13 episodes or whatever. And other times you do a show and you're like, and this seems stupid, and I get to play a character with no pants and it goes on for 25 years like Animaniacs, or 20 years. You know,
life imitates art.
So life imitates art, man. So, but what I'm gonna say to you though is this is interesting, right? I remember a long time ago, like 15 years ago or something, I auditioned for this character and I thought, oh, this looks silly and stupid or whatever. And I went in and I auditioned and it was good. I got a call back. And then I got another call back, another call back, another call back. And then they told me it's down to me and 2 other guys. And I went, okay, cool. Because I tend to forget auditions quickly, which is a blessing if you're an actor, because that way you don't obsess and get worried and take it personally if you don't get it. So I was down to the final 3 on this show, and I didn't get it. And I thought, okay, well, where's that going to go anywhere? It's stupid. It's about a talking sponge who lives in the ocean. So, you know, I mean, God bless America, it turned out to be what it turned out, and Tom Kenny's a dear friend, and he's fantastic, but you never know, you know? So, I mean, in retrospect, you know, and we all wish that we could, you know, be as blessed as Tress. Tress has done, what, 500, how many episodes of The Simpsons have you done?
At least 600 episodes of The Simpsons.
You know what I mean? So, and probably when she started with that, I don't know, did you know it was going to be as big as it became and like as iconic?
I just was a bit player.
I know, but
you call me to do Walla.
Yeah, but you've been in so many of them now. It's like this enormous. You never know, Stace. You never know. See, that's why I'm thinking, like, that next dude who asks you out, he could be Prince Charming even if he doesn't have nice shoes. You never know.
Thank you.
All right.
I auditioned to be Brad Pitt and I didn't get it.
You were too handsome, Ronnie.
We like you as you are anyway. We like you as you are.
Oh, you thank you, honey. God bless you.
He is better kid.
Thank you, sweetie.
All right, go ahead, man.
My name is Paul from Portland, Oregon, and Maurice. If the brain was trying to rule the world today, how do you think you would rule it?
First, I would disguise myself as a billionaire real estate developer. There you go. That's it.
This works.
I do this a lot. And this. And this. That was the secret, by the way. All of that was hypnotized. He was hypnotizing us.
I disguise myself as his wife.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. That right, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks,
All right,
man.
right over here, man. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Ben Riley from Ottawa, Ontario.
Oh my God!
yeah.
How about Senators? Go, baby.
Yeah, I lived there when I was a little kid.
Yeah, well, before I get to my question, I'd just like to give a quick thank you to Rob for taking the time to go to local cons like Guelph. Is where I met
Yeah, I
you
was in
4 or 5
Guelph a
years
couple
ago.
years ago, right down the 401 there, baby.
Yeah,
Well, I grew up in
yeah.
Flint, Michigan. I used to play hockey all along the 401 there.
Yeah.
Guelph, Kitchener, London, all those places.
Yeah, the 401 tour.
Yeah, right.
Well, thanks for getting out to the smaller venues that
Oh.
can't always get to the big cities like Seattle. So.
Well, thank you, and listen, thank you very much. I like Jesse was saying, all of us, we utterly get how incredibly fortunate we are. And the fact is, you know, when you live in LA, you do your gig, and if you're lucky enough to be able to do this for a generation, it's wonderful. But when you understand, because what we do is fairly anonymous until, you know, cons started popping up, it didn't take me long to realize that, oh my God, people have been paying attention to this work that we've all been doing for 30 bloody years. And it really is impactful to many, many people. And so, I'm telling you, man, it's a Jones. Once you get out there, especially for a person who makes their living as an entertainer, and we see the depth and the love and the appreciation for all the characters we had to do, I can't get enough of it. You guys drove here, paid money, stood in line, went through all the hassle to get here, just so you could come us and tell us how much you love us? Are you fucking kidding me? It is our pleasure, really, and thank you for noticing.
My actual question is for Mr. Beal.
sorry, you got no time.
That was good, dude.
So your role as a Doc coming on the heels of Tiny Toons and your success as Babs Bunny. There's a lot of parallels between the two, and I was wondering what you did to kind of differentiate the two characters and roles and make them each their own unique thing.
Well, we went to different studios. That helped. It was difficult because they are quite similar. Babs and Dot are quite similar, but I hope that over time, as time passed, the differentiation was better. But it's something I always was very afraid of.
I think they had different cores.
They did too.
I think they had different souls, Babs and Dot, and I think they wanted different things.
That's also the mark of a really terrific actor. When you have similar sounding voices, they sound similar, but the performance is utterly different, and the character is utterly different. It's the same reason we all love, we love Jack Nicholson, but we know it's Jack every time. He has a cadence in his voice that is utterly Jack, but he's terrific at creating new characters in that context. And Tress is like that. It doesn't matter. She can do the voice thing too, but it's about acting. It's not just the funny voice. And that's why people love those voices. Because she's the best!
All right. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Al. I'm from San Francisco.
Hello, Al.
I left my heart there.
Can I call you Al?
Yes. My question is for Rob.
Yeah.
But you're sure this is a question? It's not a compliment and then a second question like a Canadian friend over there.
I promise I won't drag it out.
All
Sorry.
right.
It's a question. It's a question.
Rob, pay this guy $10.
Sorry, honey.
All right. I know that you, like most voice actors, I'm trying to become a voice actor myself.
Good for you.
You have a lot of voices in your head.
Yeah.
You see a doctor.
You should see it from my side, brother.
And when you're doing accents, when you're doing voices, when you're doing these things, how is it that you are able to take away all of the extra voices in your head?
Oh, medication.
And then do your normal, voice.
Right, I hear what you're saying. How can I concentrate or nail it or focus? I think that's something that we all have a facility for. All of us, virtually, who do what we do, there are very few of us who just wanted to grow up being voice actors. That has changed a lot now. There are a lot of younger people who just want to do voice work. But all of us started with live performance. So we have the ability to compartmentalize. Tress is a fine improv artist, was part of the Groundlings. Jess is a singer. I was a singer, became an actor. Mo's a stand-up. So we all have a lot of training of being live on stage and thinking on our feet, dealing with a live audience. And so it really is a learned skill. There's certainly, I think, a certain amount of predisposition to that type of stuff, but it's a honed skill. And as they say, a high tide raises all boats. When you're working with people at this level, and have been for 25 years, you either get better or you go away. It really is that simple. It's not like you're not a bad person, you just can't cut it. And so like Phil Hartman, who is a dear friend, particularly, you know Phil too, right? We're all. And Phil, I used to say, was terrifyingly inspiring, because at the same time, he would blow my mind with his skill. I'd say, I want to do that. And you just work at it, it's a process, and you can do it till you die. So keep it up.
Do something 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's a blast, man. Do it.
And Talking Tunes is awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thanks for listening. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Right over here. Oh, she's good.
Hey.
I love her name.
I like you, Jack.
Why, thank you.
Joelle.
Yes, that is my name. I'm Joelle. I'm from Point Roberts. If you haven't heard of it before, look it up. It's the craziest place in Washington State. Trust me, it's crazy. My question is for Jess.
By the way, she came to my booth and she's really cute and she's dressed. And I go, what are you supposed to be? She goes, I'm a hobbit. I go, yeah, you're Babel Baggins, dude. Seriously. Go ahead. What's up, Joelle?
She's a hard hobbit to break.
That was great. Seriously.
Should I take that as a compliment?
Joel, I would say we can talk out there, but your dad's a cop, so be careful.
My question is, what is the one question you have always wanted to have been asked, and never have, or hardly ever have, and then answer it?
Well, the first time I was at a con and somebody said, you want to have Netflix and chill? I said, no, I've watched enough TV lately. So I wish I had to go with that, man. A little bit more clearly. Question I've never been asked. Oh, that's a good one, man. The question I've never been asked is ask me what Rob Paulsen is really like.
Well, then you've been asked that after I said that, so you know.
Yeah, but see that we're gonna break the mold right now.
All right, what is Rob Paulsen really like?
He is absolutely fabu. He's right. I'm serious, man. And so are you, by the way. Leave your number at the door, will you? Because this could go somewhere. What?
Thank you, darling. Thank you very much.
I love you, Joel.
All right, right over here, you're up.
My name is Ethan Pipkin. I'm from Chihuahua. Big fan of the show. Rob, you're my favorite. Wakko's my favorite. I got a question.
Well, he's Wakko, I'm Yakko.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Together we're cops.
What you're saying is I'm a little better than he is, even though you thought it was the other way around, you
That's
crazy
okay.
bastard.
Listen, I don't take offense to it. You, out now.
And then plus it's true because I'm awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But there's something I've been wondering for a long time. So this goes to Pinky. Is it kind of weird? Because Pinky's kind of smarter than Brain. Because Brain always messes up with his big evil schemes, and Pinky always.
It's about bloody time that you come to the truth. Yes, we all know who really is the brains of Pinky and the Brain, and it is me. Isn't that right, Brain? Or left brain? It doesn't matter.
There's a reason they call it a theory, Pinky.
That's my friend, the Brain. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. God bless America.
All right, on this side, this young lady right here, you're up.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hello, nurse.
Hello. My question is for Tress. You've had an amazing career.
Have you seen Tress's IMDb?
How much time you got?
Yes, I
Don't
have.
you mean have an amazing career?
Well,
I'm just making sure.
You've done so many awesome one-offs and major characters. What's your favorite little one-off weird voice? Like, you know, Hattie McDougal, or from Futurama, or like Agnes Skinner. Well, Agnes isn't a one-off, but you know, the little random bits. Or do you have a favorite one?
Well, I like it Tinny Tim in Futurama. He's adorable. And I also like the monkey. What's the name of the monkey? Yeah, and I also like the voice of Miss Springfield. Because she's Judy Holiday, you know? And it's just kind of fun to do. Because she's so stupid. It's a society I don't get to explore.
Can I just say, I love the crazy cat lady so much. Could you just a little bit, please, honey? Oh my God. It kills me every freaking time, man. Oh, thank you, honey.
Thank you very much. Right over here, man.
Hey, Jess, it's Mike. Remember?
What's up, brother? Yeah, that guy rocks.
I just had a question for you. What's it take to get that hair that beautiful?
What does it take to what?
Get the hair that beautiful.
Well, first of all, it's attached to the hat.
Okay.
So it's easy. You go to Universal Studios, dude, and you buy it for like $19.99. Next thing you know, you're laid for days. I'm just telling you, it's pretty good. No, here's the deal. No, you know what's funny, man? This is true, by the way. I have this hairdresser back home, and it's really awesome because he's really super emotional, and he also has this really weird habit because whenever he tells me anything trivial, he gets really reactive. Let me show you what I mean. Like he'll go, he's doing my hair, and it's, thank you, will you do that? Yeah. This is actually a really good impression of his voice, by the way. All of a sudden he's doing my hair, and he's putting highlights in or whatever he's doing, and then he goes, Jess? And I go, yeah, and he goes, there's something I need to tell you. And I go, okay. And he rolls his chair around to where he's facing, and I go, what is it, man? He goes, I have to go to the bathroom. And I was like, what, like here? I'm like, go, dude. And he goes, so I don't know what he does back there, dude, when he's doing my hair, but it takes a long freaking time. But the end result, though, I gotta tell you, is I get up in the mirror, man, and I take my hair out of the ponytail, you know, because I gotta sleep with a ponytail, and I take it out, and I go like this, and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's awesome, and I'm ready to rock. So yeah, I don't do anything. He does most of the heavy lifting, but I freaking love you, dude. You got a Rock Sugar CD, right? Yes, I do. Oh, you're gonna love that thing, man. You're gonna freaking. And if you don't, he'll give you $40. This guy tomorrow.
Actually, I have his credit card. I'll give you 80.
I can't even hear that, but I'm sure
it's 400.
Yeah, $400, dude.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks for coming. By the way, these people that we're saying hi to, like we know them, they just came to our table. I want to take a minute and encourage you guys about something. If you'd like to come down and get an autograph or get anything like that, please do. We'd love to see you. If you want to come down and say hi and just shake hands, and we'd love to meet you too. All right. So if you have a minute, you want to come say hi to us, please come see us. Okay, seriously. Yeah.
All right, we're on this side.
The guy looks like Michael Rooker, doesn't he?
He looks familiar.
Is that Rooker?
That was Michael Rooker.
I love Michael Rooker,
That's the
man.
best Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker's got a great voice, dude. He's got a great.
That's the best cosplay I've seen from Walking Dead. It's true.
I fucking love that guy, dude.
They're waiting for you to come back now.
Yeah.
Come take a bow.
Mike, come out, take a bow. Michael Rooker, love that dude, man. He's got a great voice too, by the way. Hey, don't you think Michael Rooker should do cartoons? He's got a great voice. Should he do cartoons? Yeah, we were talking about that.
All right, man, you're up. Hello, I'm Alex from Tacoma, and I have a question for Maurice.
Yes. Maurice.
If you couldn't use Orson Welles as your inspiration for the brain, who else would you use?
A billionaire from New York. I don't know, you know, if I didn't know, I think I would have used perhaps I would have used Vincent Price. Yes, he makes a very good mad scientist, doesn't he? But I used him instead for Walt, who was one of the sons of Mom on Futurama. Mother, I think the plan is going extraordinarily well, don't you?
Jam a squirrel in it, you idiot!
Can I say, by the way, because like we were talking about earlier, Tressa, I think it's like almost 600 episodes just of The Simpsons that Tress has done. Just that, right? Not to mention all the Disney stuff, and you're still Daisy Duck, and oh my God. And Maurice, in addition to the brain, won back-to-back primetime Emmys for his work on Futurama, back-to-back.
And them and $4 get me a latte, if you know what I mean, okay?
But we've all worked together and it never, the shit you're seeing up on stage is exactly how does it work. And we're all just, our minds are blown constantly, and then we get a check.
By the way, Emmy winner here for Pinky and the Brain. Emmy nominee. And should have been winner for The Simpsons.
Jess is a Brett girl.
Yeah, I'm a Brett girl.
Jess has great hair.
Yeah, no, I got an Emmy nominee too. One of these days we're both gonna hit a Tress. But I will tell you one thing that's great about voiceover. In voiceover, you guys, you can make so much money that you end up living in a house, if you're me, 2 doors down from William Shatner, and he thinks I'm Gene Simmons. This is what life is all about, dude. Is having William Shatner walk by your house and go, Gene, it's good to see you. And he goes, no, good to see you.
I promise I'll make this brief, but you have to hear this. This is so great because we got such a big crowd. This is so perfect. Jesse's house is absolutely perfect for a guy like Jess, and here's for the following reason. We were all rehearsing for this Animaniacs live gig in Denver a couple of years ago with a big orchestra. I'm on my way over to Randy Rogal's house. We're going to rehearse. Jesse calls me up in my car. I see it's just Harnell. he calls me up, he says, Robo, it's Jess. I said, yeah, but are you okay? He goes, yeah, but I'm stuck in an elevator in my house.
I was stuck, dude. I had to get one of the strippers to let me out.
I love that. Anyway, sorry. Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for spawning that. That was great.
Hi. This is actually a question for Sherry Stoner, but she's not here, so you guys.
Okay, I happen to have Sherry Stoner right here. Here's Sherry. Come on, no, sorry.
I've actually got like 3 lines of dialogue from like a Skippy and Slappy sketch. I would love to hear read by any of the characters, if possible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 3 slappy squirrel lines, but we read it?
Right.
Alright, why not?
Give it. Come on up.
Bring it up. We'll read it.
I have to tell you, somebody asked me once to read a chapter for them to record it at 50 Shades of Grey as Pinky.
That was me.
You have some requests for anyone who's going to read it? Do you want Yakko, Wakko, Dog, Pinky, Brain? What do you want?
Whoever feels like that.
Apparently,
it was Kinky in the Brain.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah, here, dude, Pinky in the Brain. You be Slappy, what do you be Skippy? That would be great. This will be excellent. This is something that's never happened before. This is historic. Nice going.
All right, kid, I'm going to the salon.
The salon? But I'm Slappy. Why are they going to do that?
The same thing they do every night, Skippy. Try to make over a squirrel.
Try to make over a squirrel. We should just stop right there. That's as good as it's going to get.
Well, speaking of that, those of you in line, we've got less than 10 minutes, so...
But you can come down to the table and ask us anything else, and we're going to see you guys tomorrow at Twisted Tunes for sure, right?
We're only going to get through about 3 or 4 yet.
Do us a favor, if you're coming back for tomorrow, bring snacks. We're on it.
Go ahead, dude.
What's up, guys? My name is Josh Paul Hawkins. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hi, Josh.
Many nights sitting at Denny's, eating cheese fries and watching Animaniacs. So thank you.
Thank you.
So right now, comedy is so important in discourse, it seems. And I just want to know if there's any chance that you guys will be back on the scene doing comedy about today.
You talking about new Animaniacs?
Well, if only, but I'm just saying anything, like, that would be great.
Well, all I can say is, listen, you guys, you never know what could happen, and if you ever are bored and you feel like dropping an email to Warner Brothers TV Animation saying you'd really like to see new Animaniacs, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Came back. What about Animaniacs?
Right? So
if homework, each and every one of you wrote an email, you never know the power in numbers.
Yeah.
You know what? If each and every one of you actually wrote a physical letter, I kid you not, it actually carries more weight than an email, because they figure anybody could just sit there, on their phone and do that. But if you actually sat down, took out pen or typed it up, and then put a stamp on an envelope, that actually counts as 10 times more people than writes an email.
It's interesting.
So
just say we want more Animaniacs, because can you imagine how much fun they would have with the Kardashians, dude? That keeps me up at night. That's one of the things.
What table are you guys at? What table are you at?
Oh, we're in like
If you go over to Sheridan on the 2nd floor, there's like 4 rooms up there. It's the Willow Room, but you come off the escalator, go straight across.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much.
Come see us in the Willow Room. That's where we are all weekend.
All right, right over here. Go ahead.
Howdy, my name is Anthony. I'm from Port Angeles, Washington.
Hey, Anthony. Hi, Anthony.
Howdy. So this is a question for Tress. We're going in. It's amazing that this is my first con, and I can't believe it, how much talent there is around here, how much talent there is up on stage and everything else like that. And it takes a lot, and there's so many different life events.
Improv group, I was with the Groundlings, and there was so much material to steal. and we are an accumulation of all of our friends' best jokes, all of their best impressions. We make them our own, and with permission, I might say. It's a really a very generous community of people. And we tweak things and have fun and make it our own. And I was always so appreciative of being in a wonderful, protective environment like that.
I think if you're interested in the arts, you know, joining a theater company is a wonderful, wonderful place to be. It's like church. Join church. I am from a large family, and we were all a bunch of cut-ups, and so it was just like coming home and working with the very best people every day. You know, it's not work. I open my eyes in the morning and I say, I get to go to work. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. I was actually.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We got 5 minutes to go.
We got time for 2 more questions.
That's it. Front guy in each line. You're it. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm James from Long Beach, Washington. I have a question for Yakko.
Yeah.
What is the best part of being on Animaniacs?
The best part is getting my own parking spot and a key to the restroom. So there are 2 best things. No, man, are you kidding me? Thank you very much, my friend, for asking. Working with my best friends in the world. I mean, these people have all been at my kid's birthday party, for God's sake. You know, it's the best part of being on Animaniacs is being a part of it. And it's almost exponentially gotten better over 20 years, because God bless you, you were probably even born when Animaniacs came on. I want him dead! I want his family dead! I want his house back to the ground! No, I'm just kidding. But look what it's inspired. All these lovely people, and these guys are still my personal friends. It is an absolute privilege to be a part of that legacy. Thank you for asking. Thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot, man. Now, this is the last question, but don't forget, all 3 days, today, Saturday, Sunday, they'll be here signing autographs. You gotta go over to the Sheridan. You won't get too wet. Just cross the street.
Yeah, the Willow.
Tomorrow, 2:45, Twisted Tunes, get here early. And on Sunday, they're doing How Do You Want to Be, anything you wanted to know about becoming a voice actor live.
Oh, yeah.
All your voice acting questions, too. So make sure you come by and say hi to them. Last question, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Matthias, and I'm from British Columbia.
Hi.
I wanted to ask, I've been wondering about this. This is a question for Rob. What is the hardest episode you had in Animaniacs that you worked on?
I think it was one where I had bad gas. And he had to sit next to me. I think you should.
All right, you know, is it Matthias, you said?
Yep.
Hey, buddy. Well, it wasn't a hard episode. It was none of this is hard. A hard job is painting a house in August. That's a hard job. This is something we were lucky enough to choose to do. But the one that was probably the most challenging was something, can I recite a little bit for you? You got 2 minutes? I think we do.
Take out your cameras.
It goes a little, you probably know it, and if you know it, sing along. It goes United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic, Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, El Salvador, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still, Guatemala, Bolivia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda, Bahamas, Barbados, and Guam, Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname, Africa, Guyana, Barbados, and Guam, Norway, Sweden, Iceland, and Finland, Germany, Maldives, Switzerland, China, Turkey, and Greece, Poland, Romania, Scotland, Albania, Ireland, Russia, Oman, Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, South Africa, and Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, Bulgaria, going the Bahrain, the Netherlands, Belgium, Portugal, France, Denmark, and Spain. India, Pakistan, Burma, Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, Bhutan, Cambodia, Malaysia, and Bangladesh, India, and China, Korea, Japan, Mongolia, Laos, Japan, Indonesia, Philippines, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, and Vietnam, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Djibouti, Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia, Swaziland, Gambia, Kenya, Algeria,